So like last time when I came for Normal Heart, it was nice out, so I walked.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I literally just walked right up the trail to Monroe and cut right down, and I was here.
How long did that take?
Like, well, not as long as I thought, because I ended up getting here like 15
You
minutes
did.
early.
See, I love having my brain that doesn't remember everything.
Yeah, I was like,
Start all over.
I'm a little early. Sorry about
Fine,
that.
we can start early and everything. So yeah, last time you were here though, we did Evil
Dead.
See, here's the thing: it is so hard to say, okay, I've had James on too many times because you are doing like fun shows all the time. Because you are doing interesting shows, you're doing fun shows, and you actually have a personality. So every time you get a hold of me and go, hey, we're doing this show, do you want to come on? I'm like, God, maybe I should. Wait, what is the show? And I'm like, yes, bring it on again. We'll keep bringing you on because you keep doing fun shows. You're doing another one that I'm going to probably have you on in the summertime, Be More Chill.
Yeah.
Is that the first time that somebody's doing that one?
Around here, yes. It's like, I want to say, not even just around here.
That thing was just off Broadway just a minute ago.
Yeah, it's the first. We're the first company to do that definitely in this area.
I was
in
shocked
Ohio.
it was even available.
Yeah.
Like that soon. I mean, Tom, who is one of the other guys on the show here, for the people who are sitting quietly over here on the background, he saw it on Broadway, and that he just went.
Yeah.
So that's crazy that it's available now. So you're doing a show. This is how old I am. Okay, so I'm really old. I saw Xanadu quite a bit. On the home box office network. You familiar with that? You kids call it HBO? Yeah, HBO. But it was one of those, I was a kid, and it was on all the time on HBO. And it was obviously one of those approved for my eyes kind of shows. It's kind of, I'm trying to remember like even really what it was about. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, now that's great. You said it was like always on. The hysterical thing about that is now you can never find it.
No. It was like every day. You know, they used to give us this little booklet when you were a member of HBO, and then you would flip through the book every month. You'd get it and you'd be like, "Oh, let me see," and you'd highlight, or I would because I'm a kid. So I'd highlight the shows I wanted to see when they were coming up and everything, and that thing was on all the time. So even if I wanted to watch it or not, it was going to be on. But so I don't even remember the character's name though. So all I know is like who's Olivia Newton-John. What was Olivia Newton-John's actual
That's
character?
me.
Yeah, who'd you bring with you, James?
We have the person playing Olivia Newton-John's character, which is Kira, and also Clio. It's the same person.
That's their name, Kira Clio?
Yeah.
She switches.
Yes. And
Does
so
she?
we brought Sammy Spencer, who's playing that role, and Zach Jacobs, who is Sonny Malone.
Sonny Malone.
Sonny what? Malone, but why are you saying it all weird like that?
She's Australian. She had to put in the really bad Australian accent.
So you are actually going to do the Australian accent that Olivia Newton-John has?
She has to do several accents during the show.
Actually, yep.
Okay. You just weren't going to say screw it and just do it normal because she just happened to have an accent. And I think that's...
So
is that part of the story?
Kind of written in.
Oh,
Very
is
much,
it?
Yeah.
So the stage production of this show is very much kind of like a parody in a way.
Thank goodness.
of the movie.
Thank goodness.
like
it has to be funny and
the parts
fun.
that are like overly campy and kind of cheesy and dated, they really, really leaned into to the point of like hilarity.
Good.
You know, like it's very self-aware or aware of how goofy that movie was.
It really was. I mean, talk about a movie that was a product of the times.
Yeah.
With the fuzzy hair on the dude. He didn't have like the popcorn perm blonde hair.
Yeah, we're maybe not that going that far with it, but yeah, we're making fun of ourselves up there, and that's what makes it smart theater, actually.
Yeah, okay. I think we need to at least tell people what this thing is because there might be some people out there who don't know what Xanadu is.
Yeah, so
we're gonna let James just tell us.
Xanadu is the epic tale of time.
Oh my gosh, this is how you're gonna do it right away.
Yeah, it is the that wonderful story of the daughters of Zeus, the Greek muses. They come down to Earth to help a struggling artist create the thing that we just didn't know we needed to have, but absolutely did, and that's a roller disco. And I mean, the movie was released in literally in 1980, so that's the cool thing about the music is the music is a very like equal crossover of like disco and then the 80s vibe.
Yeah.
So Electric Light Orchestra.
I didn't know it was in 80. I thought for sure it was 70s.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's like, I mean, because in 1980, we were still pretty much 70s, might as well, like. But Light Orchestra and the Tubes with Olivia Newton-John did the music for it, and that's in fact why the movie got. I'm no disrespect to anyone else who was in that movie, but I don't think if it was for the musicians and Olivia Newton-John, like ELO, the Tubes. Olivia Newton-John making that music.
Was she big at all? I mean, I guess I didn't know. Like, was she already a big star? She must have been, right?
She had done. I mean, like she did Grease.
Yeah, this was like the next thing I think that she did after Grease.
Yeah, I'm dumb. You're right.
She was like
Grease,
the biggest that she had ever been.
So was she big before Grease? So was she like a musician that became an actor, or was she an actress who just sang some songs?
I think. Well, I mean, because she does play her own. Like she plays guitar and played guitar and
sorry,
heart,
no longer
miss
with
her.
us.
But I know that there's been some other movies here and there. Xanadu was one of those ones that was like I honestly think that it was one of those what happens with all cult movies, right? It was created and someone thought that this was going to take off and become huge, and it did, but not when it was supposed to. So
well, you never know what's going to catch, honestly. There's a whole musical about cats.
Right.
So that caught on and it went
trains.
really well. Yeah, and it's like...
Starlight Express.
Yeah, Starlight Express. Oh, boy. Ron would be so happy to hear you say that about Starlight Express because nobody knows about it.
I have a theory that this is our test run to see if Stone Productions could do Starlight Express at the Collingwood.
I think that didn't
I've
Ron
been trying
actually
to
request
meme this
you
into
to do
existence to James for so long.
Yeah.
I second this.
And I don't know if we could afford the insurance policy to do that show. I think that's probably the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, because this show is like the majority of the cast is on roller skates, but not
The whole
until,
time?
not until the finale.
Oh, not until the finale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Sammy,
Yes.
Sammy is on roller skates for almost the entire show.
Because that's how he sees it the first time,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like he sees this this sexy lady on roller skates
And then
going
Zach-
by,
yeah,
and
Zach
he's
is-
like, I have to be a part of this
Right.
person's life.
I mean,
Zach
who
is
wouldn't,
in-
right? Olivia Newton-John,
Right.
roller skates.
I don't-
How could you go wrong?
When I was a teenager, that's why I started skating. Is because all of the cute girls that like went to my school skated, and I saw that and I was like,
It was your muse of inspiration.
I gotta keep up, like literally.
But you were also 11, so I mean,
Right,
it's
right.
okay or whatever, right? Because everybody goes through the roller skating phase. It is roller skating rinks are the clubs for little kids. They go and that's how they first start interacting
You're
with,
so right.
with people and being like, "Hey, you over there," and "Hey,
Let
you
me
over
buy you
there."
a cola.
Yeah, so you start off with the hitting on, and then you wait for the couple skate or something, and you're dying, So that's what it is initially. So
Like, oh my god, I might hold hands with
so
you
of
tonight.
course
Oh my God.
everybody loves roller skating. Everybody has fond memories of roller skating. So maybe even in the finale, everybody's going to get all excited because they feel this nostalgia kick in.
Yeah, and that's like the great part about it because that's like when the roller disco element comes into play is like the finale number, and it's gonna be great because it's like an equal amount of roller skating, but then you're also doing like disco dancing moves on roller skates. So
It's going to be nuts.
We hope.
It's gonna I think you'll do it. You've pulled off blood splattering all over, right?
That is very true.
For Evil Dead.
Yeah, that is
so
very true.
is there anything you haven't pulled off yet?
I'm sure, but
But this
we'll
is
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We're not here for that. We're here for Xanadu. All right.
Yeah.
So Xanadu is a Greek god story of people coming to Earth to make a roller skating rink.
Yeah, they inspire Sonny to create something, but it just so happens that is what Sonny wants to create is a roller disco. So in the one of the cutest things about it is like there's never this moment of like, oh really, you sure that's the one thing you want to
Yeah.
make? It's like, sure, great, let's do it, and it works. And I want to say the reason the musical version of this, like, because like one of my favorite things about researching this musical is the playwright who decided that's of all the shows to turn into a
Right.
jukebox musical, you're going to take the 80s bomb. But
80s bomb. I watched it, religiously.
this
at
is not
home
my,
box office network.
That's not my opinion. Doesn't reflect my opinion. I actually really like the movie, but
People love to hate on it.
They get you right away with the opening sequence when she comes alive. I'm alive.
yeah, and that
Come on.
that happens in the musical. It starts that way. That's exactly how it starts too.
I'm alive. I mean, you have to get into it right away. It's
Right.
so disco-y immediately.
Douglas Carter Bean, though, he's the playwright that took it on. And what they did with the show is you could go into this never knowing a thing about it, and you will enjoy it just as much as like a fan of the movie.
That's good.
Because even the humor, even if you've never seen the movie and you're like laughing because everyone's laughing because they get what they're making fun of, you're still going to laugh at it.
Well, I haven't seen it since I was like 8. So for me, probably all the jokes and all the other stuff that I completely missed, or if they were even in existence, I would be able to just absorb. I have a general idea of some of the stuff that goes on. Like you said, it is a Greek goddess that comes down and meets some guy, and they make a roller skating rink, and it's all these songs.
Yeah.
That's my whole memory of the whole thing.
And then
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it.
I nailed it. I know. I got the premise, but it's still kind of like, where's all the filler in gal
so
thing?
references
some of
and
the
bits.
stuff some of the stuff they added to fill it in is like obviously like they fall in love, but then they touch more on the subject of like Kira, like her backstory. So it's not allowed. You cannot fall in love with a mortal.
Oh.
So like there's this whole thing. They wrote characters in. So Kira has these muses. They're her sisters. But I say sisters like that because they're supposed to be played by like men and women.
They're like androgynous, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They're Greek gods and stuff. They're not supposed to be anything.
But it's done in a very campy, fun way too. But there's 2 that aren't thrilled that with Kira possibly be getting the gift of Xanadu, which is the thing that is so great no one knows what it is.
See, I didn't know what that was at all watching it as a kid, so I
and-
just thought it was just a name. I didn't really.
Well,
think
nobody
anything
does. That's literally the joke. Is like it's so great. We don't know what it is.
Aha.
But they like conspire to like intervene.
Zoltar.
Yeah, they like want to exactly.
It's like this random thing that nobody knows. Xanadu. That's what it is. Sammy, do you know how to skate?
I do.
Okay,
yes.
was that like when the auditions were posted? Were you like, finally, I get to use my mad skills?
Yeah, like I kind of feel like it was like meant to be in that way. I took skating lessons as a kid at Ohio State.
You
like,
did
from-
not?
Yeah,
Seriously?
man. Like I was there every single weekend with my dad, probably for like 5 years
I
straight.
didn't
Now,
even know they
mind
offered
you-
that.
Yes.
I just bumble in like an idiot kid, don't know anything, and I could have.
You had to look good. Like you had to practice to get in for
Oh,
like
I
the Ohio
tried to look
skating
good. I
parties,
just
you know?
didn't. Yeah.
You had to get the practice in early. But yeah,
Some
I
of
mean,
that played in my favor
yeah.
because I just tried to use that to my charm. I'm just a dorky kid. I don't know anything. You still love me, right? So you actually went and learned?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
was it your birthday gift or anything?
No, like I kind of feel like my parents, like before I discovered theater, were like trying to find like a hobby for me,
Oh,
and you know,
gotcha.
I would go to like these skating parties and have a lot of fun, and so my dad just kind of thought it was a cool thing to take
My
me skating.
God,
So
your dad's amazing.
I know, right? So then he kind of started this routine, and every Saturday morning we would go for probably about 3-4 years, and
That is
just
super sweet
go
story.
skating. So yeah, and from there, like I mean, I hadn't been on skates in a long time, like here and there, you know, like with your friends or whatever, but like now getting like more experience back on the skates.
Are you like, how far away is the show? I should ask that.
March 10th through 12th.
Oh God, well, I don't need the exact day. I just need how far away it is.
Hey, I mean,
So are you
like a
like
month or
wearing
so.
your skates all the time right now? Then
I try to put them on when I can, yeah, just to get a feel for the floor and, you know, just have to get my
You
ball
better.
bearings, you know?
Because my ankles would be killing me. I'm old and fat now. I'd be like, this ain't happening. This ain't happening. So I don't know your character at all, Zach, because I was obviously a young boy and I was focused on Olivia Newton-John the whole time.
Well, of course, who could blame?
So and the music, because I just didn't know anything. I was just like singing and not knowing the storyline, not knowing anything, just kind of going along with whatever it was. So what does he do other than have popcorn perm hair, which you don't have that. So
Well, so Sonny is an artist in Venice, California, and he's struggling to really
see, it's in California. I didn't even know that. See,
and he's been struggling to really like find his inspiration, find his identity as an artist. And I think he'd always had this dream of how can I make all art happen in a single space.
Oh,
But he wasn't ever really like that sweet, right?
what do you mean? Like that cool or sweet
Like
or
that,
nice?
like good,
Okay, thank you.
right?
Got that slang. I can't
I
keep
mean, he
up
was
with
like decent,
it. Okay,
but then the missing piece was his muse. He was always missing his
he missed his muse. There you go.
his muse of inspiration.
Okay,
Right,
So he
and,
wasn't good until he cheated.
Well, I would call it more destiny, right?
Oh, destiny. Okay.
Destiny.
Is that a song in the show, Destiny, or anything like that?
She says, "I will help the Sunny Malign to fulfill his destiny," and it goes into like the musical part of it.
Oh, nice. So I'm sorry to cut you off here, but I don't remember that many songs in the show. Are there a bunch of songs in the show that are not in the movie?
There's a lot of songs in the movie that aren't actually like sung.
Oh.
They're playing.
Oh, they're just like the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really like Grease where they're like actively on camera singing the song
Yeah.
that you're hearing. It's
But
like,
it's more like Say Anything. It's just in the background.
yeah, it's
with
like Jeff Lynne and Olivia Newton-John in a vocal booth being like all breathy and like very 70s, like lay you down on the bearskin rug by the fire.
Oh
like,
my God.
You know,
That was an illustration.
I don't know Jeff Lynne, but he's like a big 80s, 70s singer.
he's the dude from ELO.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so he
there we
wrote,
go.
like, all of that.
Man, again, Tom is probably cringing right now listening to this because he's such a giant music fan. He knows. And I said, I don't know who Jeff Lynne is. He's like, I hate you. So they did a lot of the music for the backtracks even too for the movie.
Yeah. Even I think like a lot of the scoring is still him and one of the guys from Rush, I believe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, so I feel like maybe I was just super naive back, obviously, when I was young about it. Was this movie like maybe made just to sell the albums?
I mean, well, the movie came first, and then
Right. But with the idea to
this-
sell albums. Like, I feel like Dirty Dancing's that kind of movie.
Yeah,
Really
The
like,
record
this-
definitely did a lot better
Yeah.
critically than the movie did because like the music is freaking awesome.
See?
And so I think a lot of that is really what propelled that. You know?
and Olivia won like big awards for for Magic and Suddenly and
Ooh, magic. I believe in magic. Is that the song? Is
No,
that
like-
Believe we are
Magic. See, it's all coming back to me now. Oh, it's rushing back to me. I love it. So you have some like really dreamy songs then, Zach, that you sing?
There's a couple of ballads, and then a lot of the ones that I am enjoying are like
Is there?
really high energy.
You were very specific with a scene. Does that happen when you're laying down on a rug in a bearskin?
No, it all happens. It all goes down in a telephone booth. Actually,
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was the 80,
the 80, the 80,
the 1980.
yeah,
the 19 AD, because there was an actual phone booth
Right,
that
right.
was being used in society back
Right.
then.
yeah. For the kids listening, a phone booth is
There's a couple people. They see them in old movies too.
So you put quarters in them. Okay, quarters
Yeah.
are like Dogecoin, but it's actually a coin,
Yeah,
and
you
it
bet-
keeps its value for the most part.
Yeah, you Venmo the payphone, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so a lot of dancing. How big is the cast, James?
It's 11. There's 11
Oh my
people.
gosh.
Yeah, it's and it's good that way because a lot of schools like to do
Yes.
this show. It is breaking news. Finally, a show from Stone Productions that all ages can come to. But it
yeah, that is breaking news.
yeah, it can be done with a huge cast.
Come to it while you can, because it ain't lasting long. Right.
Right.
Shows after this or not.
It can be done with a really big cast, but what makes it so charming is if it's done with the original cast is 9 people, but we have 2 swings who are also our skate captains because they're the 2 people in the show who can do a lot of the stunts.
Nice.
So we have
In
them.
your face, Sammy.
No.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, they were great.
They're really good.
I'm learning a lot from them. Even
Like
just,
they don't go
same.
on as anyone. They're just like in the numbers where there's gonna
Yeah.
be like, especially the finale when there's gonna be like tricks and stuff like that. They can safely do it. We don't have to
yeah.
worry about one of our leading players.
They did the same thing in the movie. Okay,
Yeah.
you know they had the ringers,
right.
So.
You don't want your
And
leading
who are
player.
those people?
Tanner Strock, who played Mark in our Rent. and
Tanner
then-
Schrock, I know.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And then his mom Dawn is in it too. She's one of the
Wow.
skate captains. Yeah.
Wait, Tanner Schrock is like a mad skater?
He has
Yeah.
got some
Yeah.
moves. Yeah.
Okay, so
Skills.
I
He
I
absolutely
actually
tears it up.
kind of have this memory that I think of him at Ohio State skating like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Probably that would.
Well, because he's
Probably
close to
factual.
the same age as my kids, Tanner is. So that's why I'm wondering, like, whatever. I can't remember everything in life. I'm old. Okay, so the point being is, like, he did a lot of stuff when he was younger, performing in theaters too, and I think I remember him there.
yeah.
I think he was the man dancing or skating around there. So I shouldn't be that surprised that he's a skate leader. What is it called? Skate captain?
Skate captain.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you have skate captains, not dance
Yeah.
captains
Right.
in the show.
right. Right. There's a lot of choreo because, like, honestly, this is one of those shows where out of the 15 musical numbers in it,
Oh my gosh.
all of them, but 2 or 3, like there's like 2 or 3 like ballads and everything else is like choreo.
Nice.
So people will love that
Yes.
element of it for sure.
I'm gonna love that part of it.
yeah.
This will be the first. When is the show? March what?
10th.
10, 11, 12.
I'm gonna
At the
try
Collingwood Arts Center,
so
Toledo.
hard to come to this one, James.
Yeah.
This one seems like a lot of fun ones. I mean, I really wanted to come to Evil Dead, but I suck.
Well, it also sold out like way
You did.
before.
Really?
And
Yes.
I'm lazy, and I'm all of a sudden I look back and it's like sold out. I'm like,
We just need to come hand deliver the tickets.
think
so,
I was-
like, you're
yeah.
coming.
like I was so close to pulling the stage door card. I was like, maybe I can say I'm
on the
you know,
list.
yeah, I'm like I can say who I am, James.
Well, I mean,
I can stand in the back. I don't need an
off
actual
the-
seat.
off the-
But I want to come to this one because this one is
And it's-
is one of those upbeat, fun, exciting shows.
yeah, and
The dancing has been so fun too. Like the moves that James has been putting together. Like
You're
lot of
choreographing
throwback-
again?
Yes.
yes, I am.
Oh my gosh!
A lot
killing
of like
it.
a lot of like throwback fun dance moves, and then like just mixing in
Can
original
opener
stuff.
is
And
my fan favorite.
What?
It's just
Can opener.
it feels good and it looks good, and it's just it's been really it's just like fun to do, and it makes so much sense with the music.
So
and
there's
with
only
the
11
era.
people in the show. 2 of them are skate enthusiasts. That leaves 9 people left. So you better start praising these other people right now because you 2 are here. You're obviously awesome. That's why you got the leads. But who else is killing it?
So I mean, everyone.
Oh, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them, man.
Yeah. Well, they get to share. I get to like yell at everyone off stage, but they get to like share the stage with everyone, and you take it because like that whole cast is excellent.
I believe it. If it's only 11 people, you had like kind of the pick of the litter. It sounds like that.
It's all killer, no filler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody seriously in their role is just bringing it and having so much fun. It's so much fun to just like sing with all of these people and act with all of these people.
All right, since nobody wants to point a name out, how about we talk about a particular scene? A scene or an act or a song where you're like, this is my jam every single time. and
Evil
everybody's going,
Woman.
Evil Woman?
Yes. Shannon and Courtney, they both kill it.
Yeah,
Evil Woman. You
They're
sing
the
that for me?
two. Oh.
evil woman.
Oh my God, it's perfect already.
Yeah. Which is like, and that was the thing. Like, not to scoot around to all these other things, but like another thing with this, the stage musical is they basically just took other songs by ELO. They're like, okay, so these ones from Xanadu are great, but they also have some other good songs. So let's put those in there. So Evil Woman, Strange Magic, but the 2 characters that they're talking about, Courtney, who you know, and Courtney, you probably know Shannon too. Shannon does a lot of stuff with 3B. They're the 2 evil sisters, and then they sing that song. But yeah, that's really good. And I actually wanted it's part of the movie. But one thing that a lot of people do remember from the movie is Gene Kelly was in it.
Yes, that was going to be the other thing I
Okay.
totally forgot to ask about.
And-
so that was kind of a big deal. I didn't know what, obviously, as a child, I had no idea who Gene Kelly is, But now I'm like, how did they get him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, on roller skates too.
How?
It's so hilarious.
Wait, he's actually roller skates?
Yeah, at the big finale in the
Yeah.
movie.
It's not a stunt double?
No, in the movie, the Xanadu, like that number in the show when they're finally like back in the Xanadu,
Wow.
when it's like
I didn't know that.
happy ending. He's freaking roller skating
Well,
around at the whole like end of that movie,
Wow, I'm glad it went well because now I'm like, I would have been sweating if I knew who he was.
and
him
that
on
for
roller
me
skates.
too. Like I'm not a skater, like Sammy did lessons and stuff. I just mostly tried to keep up, like I
Yeah.
mentioned earlier, and I was like, okay, if Gene Kelly, who was like.
Kelly.
Can do this.
Now,
Now, granted, he's kind of got some skills with his
Yeah,
he
legs.
obviously
It's not like-
could dance and stuff,
Yeah. So
But I'm
roller
like-
skates may be no big deal to him at all.
Yeah, he might have just been like, one of the pioneers.
It's
for
just
all
no
Africa.
big deal. Just put tap shoes off, put the roller skates on. They're all the same. I can't believe they got him. How in the world do you think they got him in the movie?
Big pile of money.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Yeah, I
where
think
that's
so.
where that's where the investments went in. Was the
But it's like, was that the draw for the movie? It's like, we got to get Gene Kelly in the movie.
I'm pretty sure. I think like some of that, like Gene Kelly and Olivia Newton-John, just fresh coming off of like Grease, which was a big hit as a movie. So that was probably a draw. The person that character's in the stage production of it, and Rick Schmitz plays. Plays Danny McGuire is his name. Is that character's name, and is excellent. And
You would think you're listening to the musical soundtrack.
Yeah.
when he
No
sings
way.
And
Yeah.
sings, yes.
Okay, no pressure, Rick.
right.
Because,
Killing
I
it.
mean,
he's
that's
such a
pretty-
bass, and he's such a fun scene partner to act with.
Absolutely.
And then our other sister muses. Evan and Becca, Cameron and Rory, they're hysterical and funny, and they're a muse of something different. Like there's the muse of dance, the music of our muse of comedy, music. What is it?
Muse of dance.
lyrics in erotica. Like is one of the
Who's that one?
That's actually played by Becca Furstel, who is like one of the owners of Grinders.
Oh,
Is
there you go.
jumping on
the
stage.
most erotic of all performers, obviously.
Jumping on stage with us. But yeah, the entire cast, like they get the material, which
I
is
just wanted people to know that this show is being put on in the area because it is just a fun time for anybody, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
and no one's done it. Like
no, yeah.
I mean
I just think there's a lot of like people out there that are, well, I don't want to do that show, or I don't want to go to. I wouldn't recommend a lot of people go to certain kinds of shows. It's like, well, don't go see, like Les Mis. That's not for everybody, because if you're just a rookie person trying to go and see a show and you go see Les Mis, you're going to be like, I don't understand half of what I'm watching here. It's way over my head. It's too sophisticated.
It's not user friendly.
Right. And then you go say, well, let me go see Fun Home. And then you're like, I don't know, that wasn't very fun in home. There's a lot of not fun in Fun Home. It was a little bit too serious. And then it's like, so what, I always try and recommend shows for people who aren't giant theater people to go to see certain shows. And Xanadu is one of those shows, because it's like, go to that. Mm-hmm. Go to Xanadu because it's fun. And that's kind of what theater's supposed to be, in my opinion, is fun first and then learning second. Once you start loving theater, then you can start like learning from theater.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
And this does it. Like I said at the beginning, like there's something in here for everyone.
yeah.
You could literally know nothing about Xanadu, but you could have possibly be a fan of Clash of the Titans, and there is a scene in the
Yes!
second act
There you
that
go. Good point.
kind of pokes fun at Clash of the Titans, and like all the actors from it, like they're literally doing impersonations of Laurence Olivier and Maggie Smith, and like from the Clash of the Titans. It's great.
I mean, it kind of is. It's just like, oh, same thing. It's the same story. Greek
Right,
gods
right.
just come down. It's going to be somebody's manipulating, messing around.
Oh no, and quite literally, there is a scene where we poke fun of Clash of the Titans. So it's like
Awesome.
But yeah, like the music, you'll love the music, the humor, and like I said, it is for all ages. There is some like blatant adult humor, but it's done in a very smart way that will go.
Well, if it's anything like me when I was 8 years old and I saw it, I didn't catch it. So
Right,
it didn't matter.
right. It'll go over heads. I mean,
Yeah.
But
I was just waiting for the Xanadu song to come on the whole time. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for more singing, more dancing, more, the great visual effects in the movie.
and like Sammy, you get to do some like great. The Olivia Newton-John references aren't like to make fun of Olivia Newton-John. It's like to pay tribute to. But it's all those like those nuances that she does that everyone loves, like the breathy voice and like like the
She does that? I don't even remember. I'm not going to ruin it by watching the movie first either. See, I want to come and see the show and then
go watch
the movie and be like, oh, this is okay. Because I want to be, surprised. We were talking about earlier how you arrived early. I didn't even remember. So my brain is trash. So I don't remember anything, and that's great. So when I go and see this, and it's a show that I haven't seen since I was a little child, I'm obviously not going to remember anything. So everything will be fresh. Everything will be new. And I like I said, I just want people to go see a fun show. If they,
It's good, like lighthearted fun, pretty much all the way through. Even like the tragic or sad moments aren't like so heavy, and it's really nice because I feel like is just so heavy right now.
Yes.
That it's kind of a breath of fresh air, and like to do a show that has a happy ending is like once that's nice.
Yes.
Like, we'll get back into the heavy tragic stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. I love all of that, but like, oh, this is like a nice little sugar cookie for me right now.
yeah.
That's a good
Just all sweet,
I love it.
Like you might leave with a big smile on your face and a new case of diabetes.
Yeah.
Because it's fun and it's wholesome, but it's like smart and it has an edge to it, and the music is just so good.
Yes, that's the promo for it right there. Nobody is going to come see the show now. I mean,
He said sugar cookie.
I know. I want to leave with diabetes. I'm good.
And it is for
That
anyone,
is if they have the concessions.
are you listening? You will have. So for anyone who does know the show, who's maybe got to see it on Broadway or whatever, it was traditionally done as a 90-minute show straight through, with no intermission. Mm-hmm. We are doing a 2-act version of it because we've done it before. We've done the 90-minute no intermission shows, and they're fine. The audience can totally like handle it. It's just there are those handful of people who like they need that little break in the middle, and it inevitably they're always leaving during like one of the most pivotal like moments or best parts of the show. So we're like, let's just give everyone that 15-minute intermission.
It just kills you too. You're like, no, not now. Don't leave
Right,
now.
yeah.
Of all the moments.
Yeah.
And like the show has great pacing too. It just like it moves so quick. It's like you're not like sitting there waiting like, oh, when is the next song gonna happen? Like that does not happen in the show.
It's only an hour and a half. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Okay.
It moves pretty fast. Like almost to the fact where like I'm like, oh, this is moving too fast. Like, can we slow down a little
But
bit?
we'll have them. But people will have a moment now.
Oh yeah,
that they can get out and get their little snacks, get their drinks,
Stretch
and
their
then come
legs.
back in again. Cool.
yeah.
And we do get to do like an additional number too that's not typically
Yeah.
in the one act version of the show. So if people have seen just like the one act version, there's like kind of something new or
Nobody's seen this show,
Yeah.
so that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So if people have seen anything, it's going to be you guys. There's nobody's seen this show. I think it's been performed one time here in like the area in like the last 20 years.
I would say like I know I went to Rossford High School and Rossford High School did it. It was a long time ago, but they did it. But I think other than that, I don't think it's been
Right.
done at all. So
Exactly. There's nobody does it. So
it's kind of our theme this year.
I think you're right. All the shows you've been doing have been that way. So, all right. So one more time. When is the show?
March 10th through the 12th.
Take a drink, Sammy. You got a full glass over there. You got a long drive home. And you haven't had any of you. March 10th through the what?
10th through the 12th at the Collingwood Arts Center in the Nelson Theater, the big theater.
Okay.
Tickets are $15 online right now.
So it's at the big theater this time.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
upstairs.
we're gonna need that space for sure.
Oh yeah. It's at the big theater upstairs. There's tickets are $15 right now online
Okay.
at brownpapertickets.com, and then there'll be 20
But they can go to your page.
All the
Go to
information,
Facebook
Stone
page.
Productions, the link, posters are going up everywhere.
Yeah, if you just type in Stone Productions in Facebook, you'll pop right up. And
Actually, Sammy's face is on the poster. So,
oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Really?
it's been
Yeah.
crazy.
I have seen the poster. I haven't been paying attention who's on it though.
Yeah.
It's me.
And you're like the logo. You change the logo all the time. So right now on your profile image
Yeah,
is Xanadu.
it's the Xanadu,
So
yeah.
it's not going to be that hard to find. You type in Stone Production, you see a Xanadu thing. That's them. Hit that and then go right to the link and buy your tickets. Everybody.
Yeah. Yes, please do. Come see this fun group of wild and out roller disco loving Greek muses.
And California himbo artists.
Right, yes. It's like
Nice.
no matter what you say, you can like try it. Like it's fun. This
Say
show's
whatever
you
you
just
want.
gotta see it. You
Yeah.
just gotta see it.
All of them, but everything was right there. Everything you said does apply to the show.
It really does. It's wild.